Well, this isn't a good sign for 2018. Hey everybody, just got out of Insidious The Last Key, or Insidious 4, whichever you prefer, and, meh. The best way to describe it is, meh. And yet, another misleading title with the word last in its name. Much like The Last Jedi, where in fact there is possibly more Jedi, this one isn't about the last key, but instead the first key. Our titular character, Elise, opens up the door to basically all hell, and spirits release and abound, and a demon feeds off her energy, and the energy of the house that it lives in. Now, I'm going to be honest, it's been a long time since I've seen the Insidious movies, and I think I only saw them once, so my memory of them is very vague. But it gets you at least, a good starting point. You get the basic premise of the movie after the opening sequence, in which case you find the true meaning of horrible parenting. And you think it can't get worse, but it somehow does. With each increasing step, it just gets more and more, I have no sympathy for you, and please die. But that's more into a spoiler topic. But it's not really much to say about Insidious 4. You kind of start and end. Nothing of real value is gained, nothing of real value is lost, except for a bit of a family connection for Elise and her family, closure, I guess you could say is the main point of it. But nothing of real substance and value is gained. They kind of give you a think that this is going to be building onto another series because they introduced someone else who has her capabilities. But it seems so tacked on, you kind of had to think, are they going to kill her off just so this new character can be in there? And then you got this weird love triangle with Spence and Tucker, who I actually do like the characters, her assistants, but it just seems very off that, you're going to go see a horror movie, you expect there to be, horror. And the one thing I will give this movie credit is there's good atmosphere, but not a lot of good payoffs for that atmosphere. Instead of just letting the jump scare, finally happen after a long wait. In my honest opinion, the best way to set up a horror shot is to let it play out, and then let the natural horror develop with it. There's a really good scene, I would say, in the first act transitioning to the second, where Elise, is in her room, and there's some light playing, and you think it's her shadow, but it's not her shadow, but it might be. It plays with your eyes and your expectations, to the point where you think, what is this? Am I just seeing things, or am I thinking too much into it? Very well in that last scene. Oh god. Okay. Memory serves me correctly, the first Insidious dealt with a demon looking like Darth Maul. I've seen Oni masks more intimidating than this. Hell, the creature that supposedly has the keys is a lot more intimidating than a would-be, demon they're trying to play up. And I'm guessing there's gonna be an Insidious 5. It's not getting a lot of great reviews out there. So it's kind of tough for me to gauge on whether or not this is, truly faithful. The effects are okay. The shots are alright. It's nothing really. It's kind of blasé. Even for a matinee, it feels kind of blasé, like, yeah, we're seeing this, but there's not really much to it. In fact, in all honesty, I got way more out of the trailers to this movie than the actual movie itself. Which, there's a scene missing from the trailers again. I am sick and tired of this. If you have a scene in a trailer, it damn well better be in the movie. Shooting stuff solely for the trailer defeats the purpose of the trailer. It would be like, okay, if instead of seeing the trailer for, this, let's play up for a second of, Pitch Perfect. Humor me here. Humor me. Imagine Pitch Perfect, they have this great song and dance number that looks really interesting, and then there are all these flips, and it's got some nice pyrotechnics, and you're waiting for that scene, and it never happens. You know what you feel? You feel cheated. Yes, you feel cheated and lied to. Say what you will about the DC movies. At the minimum, people walking out. Anyway, say what you will about the DC movies. At the very least, they'll show you the entire movie. There's not many scenes I would say were in the trailer that were not in the movie. At least not for the extended scene anyway. Man. There's a scene that actually looked interesting. Her walking down a prison row full of would-be spirits. Not in the movie. In fact, there's an entire subplot of this movie that's not even revealed in the movie, which much like Pitch Perfect, I can't tell, does it add more to this movie or take away from it? Because, yeah, the idea is actually quite, horrifying in the sense that, we got this person being a horrible human being. But then it feels kind of like, okay, we finished the side plot. Can we get back to the main plot? It's like if you were trying to watch someone do a playthrough of a video game, but you don't want to see all the side quests. So most of the video is the side quest, and then you get like 1 or 2 bits of the main thing. It's kind of cheap in a sense. Anyway, guys, look, I'll be honest here. Even if you're looking for some good scares, you're not going to get much out of this movie. I mean, I honestly got a good couple of ones in the beginning. The atmosphere was good, but then it just kind of petered out. And the payoff, the payoffs was it's going to be in the first, 3 minutes. Once you see the whistle, okay, that's how it's going to end. We know exactly how it's going to end. We're just waiting for it. We're waiting for it. And there it is. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice scene, but it kind of takes away the suspense. It's kind of tough to balance that so it doesn't seem MacGuffin-y, but at the same time you want to set up in a way. If you wanted that to be the catch-out, maybe have it something that was set up in the first 2 movies. This proverbial whistle, as it might be. You're kind of thinking, okay, they give it to them, okay, when is it going to play in? When's it going to... it's called setting the stage. But that's just me trying to dive too deep into this very meh of a movie. It's not bad, it's not good. Not exactly a good start off for 2018. Though, with events to come, oh my... Okay, there's 2 movies I gotta quickly talk about. I'm done with this. If you want to click off, go right ahead. But there's 2 trailers I gotta talk about. 1, Truth or Dare. What? And they're trying to, homage to I Know What You Did Last Summer, but break the rule. What is the point of that movie? We get it. Someone said either tell the truth is embarrassing or do the dare, and if they don't, they die. But it seems weird, the dares seem kind of set up so that they lose regardless? That kind of defeats the purpose of this would-be pseudo-magical game. And are we really that desperate for movies? We gotta do Truth or Dare. Now, don't get me wrong. You can make a movie out of dares. A very horror one. I cannot remember its name for the life of me, and if you write it down in the comment section, I swear to do a review on it. There's this great movie where these people are all gathered into a dining room, as it would be, and they're all there for different reasons. Mostly they all need somewhere in the realm of $200,000 or something. And the entire movie is nothing but a series of dares escalating one after another, eventually with them, dying off one by one by one, and they can't escape from it. No matter what they want to do or beg, they're stuck in this game, and they've signed away basically their souls. In the sense that their bodies, not the actual souls. You come in, you're going to leave. And they eventually, have a really good payoff for that movie. But that's a good way to set up a nice little dare movie, or even 12 rounds at pseudo one, kinda. I forget. I think it's 12 rounds, but not 12 rounds, 12 rounds, the sequel. That at least had something with it. But no, this is just meh. But then we get to the second movie. Why are we making a movie about Slender Man? Why? We do not need to make a movie about creepypastas. Mark my words. 2 to 3 years, we're gonna get a Jeff the Killer movie. Or Jane the Killer, whatever the heck it's gonna be. Or I got Smiley, why the hell not? And seriously, this Slender Man trailer seems so disjointed and makes no sense. It looks like it's trying to be avant-garde, but doesn't know what the hell that word means. They just heard it and they think it means fancy, and they're trying to be over-exaggerative and just, why do horror movies have to suck? The only 2 I did see that were interesting from horror movies. I saw Pacific Rim Rising again, which still looks great. But the 2 horror movies that actually look interesting is A Quiet Place, which is mostly just, can't make a noise, can't make a sound, or the creature is trying to chase you. And you have a lot that you could make with this movie. A lot of good pantomime, a lot of good silent action. It can actually be very enjoyable. And the other one is Strangers 2. Only because it's from the same guy that gave us The Purge, I think it was The Purge Anarchy, and Happy Death Day. Which Happy Death Day caught me by surprise with how actually enjoyable it was. So who knows? Maybe this will actually be a really good one. Or maybe it'll just be really bad, violent, over the top. I'll give these people credit in the trailer for that one at least. They were trying to actively, fight back against people trying to kill them. So kudos to you there. So 2018 ain't looking that great, guys. I'm going to be honest here. Even those two I mentioned, the premise is interesting. The execution will have to be something completely different. Anyway, so I have something planned here coming up. I got a little bit of an email from Warner Brothers, so I'll let you know if I can post a video. If not, I'll have to wait till the embargo is lifted. So, what does that mean? You'll find out. Like I said, 2018, I'm going to mix it up a little bit here, guys, including the new series that I'm hopefully going to be able to debut next week, if not the week after that. Got to get it all nice and ready. So, anyway, guys, 2018's here, and let's enjoy the ride. As always, I'm Kevin Riley, signing off, and I'll see you all next time. Later.